Hey, Side Gig Guy here. I see a lot on the internet about Top Dasher and how it's not worth it. Well, I guess that must just depend on your zone, because for me, it's definitely worth it. In my delivery zone, since I've been Top Dasher, I've seen my earnings just go up, and I've also seen the number of bad orders that I get go down. And I think it's a great program, but before I go too much into what I've seen, my experience with being Top Dasher, let me tell you how to qualify for Top Dasher. In order to qualify for the Top Dasher program, you need a customer rating of at least 4.7, an acceptance rate of at least 70%, a completion rate of at least 95%, and you need to have completed at least 100 deliveries during the measured month, the last month. You also need 200 lifetime deliveries to be eligible for the program. One of the main benefits you can get is the Dash Anytime option. This allows you to dash even when the area is slow, without having to schedule. So this happens to me a lot, as you can see, where it's busy all around me and there's nothing going on in my zone. So I love the Dash Anytime feature, because trust me, when it looks slow, there are actually orders out there. And as a Top Dasher, you get preferential treatment. So it almost works better to dash when it's slow. Okay, so now you know what it means to be a Top Dasher and how hard it is to get to be a Top Dasher. Being the 4.7 and having the 95% for completion on time, that's easy. The 70% accept is the hard metric to get to, because I was given a ton of bad orders and I had to take them because I know I had to get my acceptance rate up. But once I got to Top Dasher, the very next month, I stopped getting as many bad orders. It was almost like I had developed a relationship with the robots up at DoorDash Central. It's almost like they know me. They know that I won't accept an order if I'm not getting paid at least $1 a mile. And since I've been a Top Dasher, I don't get a lot of those. If you look back at last Saturday, I made almost $300 in one shift, and I did it without declining very many orders at all. In fact, I accepted almost every order. I think I only declined about 2 or 3 orders that entire day, because I didn't get presented with a lot of bad orders. I get presented with the good orders now. And also, I've noticed another thing that's happening. When I have to drive a long ways, it seems like I'm rewarded, especially on the no-tip orders. I've been getting a lot of high base pay, no-tip orders, but usually they come with sort of a mileage consequence. And let me give you an example of a few. The other day, I had a Chick-fil-A order for $11, and it was not even picking up in my zone. It was picking up in the zone next door to me. But I said, well, what the heck, I'll pick it up. And lo and behold, it was going further away from my home delivery zone. But I picked it up and I dropped it off, and it was no tip. And I said, well, now I'm going to probably have to drive all the way back to my zone with nothing on board. But lo and behold, the DoorDash people gave me another order, picking up for $11.75, and it was coming back into my delivery area. So you see, I was actually rewarded for driving that one all the way out there by another one coming back. Now you might just think that that's luck, but I see it all the time. I dash on the way home from my office, from my other job. It's 2 zones away from my home zone. And almost every time when I go dash along the way, there'll be a pickup nearby my office that goes into my delivery zone. I had one just the other day. It was only a 50-cent tip, but it was still $9 to drive into my home zone. So I think that's a win. You'll also remember on that Saturday, I got that run that brought me way out into the middle of nowhere where there were no restaurants, just houses. And I said, I'll change to a different zone, but it's still going to be a long drive. And DoorDash gave me a delivery in that zone. It was $18.75 for over 26 miles. But the bottom line is I was going to have to drive there anyway to start getting orders. I didn't have to drive empty to a hotspot. They paid me to drive to that hotspot. Once again, no tip, $18.75. So that's the kind of treatment I feel that DoorDash gives their Top Dashers. They actually are giving them preferential treatment and preferential orders, and they've built a relationship, and they know their Top Dashers. They know what kind of orders that they'll accept and what they won't accept. And those are the kind of orders I get. As always, thanks for watching. This is Side Gig Guy. I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. Take care.